Protecting the landscape around us and the people who live in it is important. There are changes happening to the natural world around us, such as an increase in floods and heavy rainfall, and some of these events are becoming more frequent due to a changing climate. Together, we have the power to tackle climate change and make our neighbourhoods better places to live in today, making them more sustainable, wilder, and more recreational. First, what is a flood? A flood is when there is too much water in an area that is usually dry. This water usually comes from heavy rainfall, but it can also come from a burst pipe or ground that is too wet. It can cover roads, parks, and houses, making it difficult to get around. There are different types of floods, and many of these have something in common. Climate change is making them more frequent and potentially more dangerous. Climate change is causing more intense and frequent storms, which bring heavy rain. More rain can lead to flooding, especially if it falls quickly in a short period. Rising sea levels also cause rivers to flood more frequently because of higher tides. Understanding these changes can help us prepare and reduce the impact of floods. Preparing for and being able to recover from a flood is sometimes called flood resilience. But how do we become flood resilient? That's where we come in. Community Bluescapes is a partnership between London Borough of Richmond upon Thames, WWT, the Charity for Wetlands and Wildlife, and Barnes Common Limited, a local conservation charity. It's our mission to improve our ability to cope with flooding in the Beverley Brook catchment and slow the flow of water, redirecting it into natural grasslands and landscapes. To do this, we're using the power of nature. What are some of nature's superpowers? Reed beds are wetland ecosystems that can be found at the water's edge. They're home to long strands of reeds and protect us against flooding by storing water during a flash flood. They also filter pollutants from our water. They're brilliant biodiversity boosters. These habitats are important homes for some of our wildlife neighbours like dragonflies, frogs, swans, fish, and more. We're building new reed beds within our catchment area to benefit the people and wildlife around us. Next, we're building new ponds in the right places to prevent flooding. A pond acts like a big bowl that collects rainwater and lets it slowly seep into the ground. When there is a lot of rain, instead of water flowing rapidly over the land and overwhelming drains and rivers, a pond collects and holds this water. Plus, ponds are great for wildlife and can be fun places to visit. One other way of managing a flood is to revolutionise how cities deal with rainwater. We do this using sustainable urban drainage systems. Instead of rainwater rushing into drains and causing a flood, suds let rain soak into the ground through special structures like porous pavements and green roofs, and small dips in the ground called swales. They also make our landscape prettier, wilder, and more recreational. If we can work together and create a network of green spaces in our city that work with nature, we can bounce back quicker in a flood or storm. There are plenty of ways in which you can help nature in your own neighbourhood too. Look at your garden. Is there room for water to drain into the soil or grass? Could you transform part of your lawn or pavement into a flower bed filled with water-loving plants to absorb water? You don't need a garden. Add a flower box to your windowsill or balcony. At Community Bluescapes, we want to work with you to enhance the green spaces around your neighbourhood, and we have lots of opportunities to fund your ideas to naturally manage a flood. We're meeting with communities in high-risk areas around the Beverley Brook to listen to their needs and create the future-proofed neighbourhoods of tomorrow. But everyone can reduce the risk of a flood and protect their home. Whether you want to depave your driveway, build a rain garden, or enhance a green space in your neighbourhood, we're here to help.